What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video with Jeff with Sunshine Pet. Today's video is going to be an update on the fish room. Currently the fish room is in chaos because I'm on vacation and I want to do more projects. So let's get right into the fish room tour and what's going to happen within the next few days. So I just emptied this whole tank. This tank is actually going to be where the betta immaculata are going to be going. I want to give them a bigger tank just for them, so that way I took all the fish out of this tank, which are these guys, as you can see. These guys will be going in the 200-gallon outside with the angelfish, kind of just see what happens. In this tank as well, I do have some hill stream loaches and then some other fish that I just didn't bother getting. You can't even see them because right now the water is completely dirty. But that is going to be the betta immaculata tank. This tank, I think I'm going to go with some type of pleco, I don't know. Currently, too, in this tank, we have the snow whites. They're still doing good, as usual, constantly breeding. I'm just feeding them zucchini. Every pleco in the fish room got zucchini, so you can see they're all feeding. This tank is the gold rams and the black rams. Been selling a lot of the black rams lately, but I have to post the gold rams. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a bunch of these gold rams, put them outside, see how they do. Bulgarian rams, or the Bolivian rams, I'm sorry. They're doing good. Haven't really bred them yet. I haven't focused on them. I think the problem is there might be too many and I have to put kind of breeding spawns or whatever for them. This tank will be another project. I'm going to break this whole tank down. Currently we have the breeding colony of the green dragons, but they haven't really bred lately. I don't know, I think there's too much going on in this tank. I think there's too many black shrimp. I think there's too many snails, and it's just chaos. In this tank, we have the cherry shrimp colony. Yes, that is gross. We have some, I don't know, those are like worms or whatever they are, the leeches. I take them out and I feed them to the angelfish. But in here we have the breeding colony of the assassin snails, and then we have some pairs of the snow whites. I kind of put the snow whites in here because they are a good money maker and I wanted to put them in a different tank. But right now, everyone seems to be doing good in here. Not going to change a damn thing. In this tank, if you remember, we had the celestial pearl danios. I took them out and then I put them outside. They are currently in a tank. Same thing with this tank. These were the pygmy sunfish. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened to the male. The male must have jumped out, died, I don't know. I have 8 females, I put them outside. So I'm gonna have to go online relatively soon and buy some males because I wanna breed them. I think I'm gonna put the panda cories in here. And then we have the colony of the panda cories. But I think right now with the L1813s, I think there's just too many fish in here. And this pump, honestly, I don't know what brand it is. What is this? Wind something. This thing just up and stops a lot of times, which is honestly not good because that little pump back there does the whole tank. So that is not good. So I'm not going to do this today, or I might end up doing later. The pandas will be going into a different tank. The albino koi guppies, I'm going to keep them inside. I took all the ones down in this tank. I put them outside, which maybe I'm going to be doing a video on that. That look forward to. But the green cories I will be taking out, and this will be a gold laser only tank because I want to breed them. Those are higher demand. When these green cories have eggs, there's probably over 1,000, and I'm not kidding you. I'm sure you guys have seen it in previous videos, but that is a issue. I have too many green cories. I don't sell them for that much wholesale, and they just take up too much time. This is a career, not a job. This is kind of a job, also a hobby, but, and in this tank we have the honeycomb. They actually ended up breeding. I did see one fry in here. I don't know what happened to him. He could be around somewhere. I don't know. If you see him, let me know. In this tank, we have the grow out of the blue blushing or the Paraíba blue koi. Currently, I do have probably over 100 plus fish in multiple tanks, so I have to start selling these fish ASAP. I'm going to be posting these online. If you are interested, send me a message on Instagram and we could work something out. In this tank, we just have the zebra pearl danios and some plecos, and then we have a bunch of shrimp. But if you see, there is my biggest and oldest pleco. had him for a few years, but you can see these are probably in the 6 inches range. They are doing very well. I stopped breeding these plecos for a while because I took all the caves out. They were still breeding. So I was like, you know what? People still want the brown plecos. And I was like, all right, let me breed them. Put some caves in, and now I have a lot of plecos. This tank is one of my oldest tanks as well, and I really enjoy it. Nothing's really changed in this tank in probably 4 or 5 years. This has always been a common bristlenose tank. Other than that, that's it. There's some random cories that I've got years ago that kind of just chill in here. And then this tank, if you see, these are the adults of these. So the breeding pair is right here. That is the female and that is the male. Haven't bred any angelfish lately. Like I said, it just takes up too much time. And if you notice one thing too, these big tanks grow these plecos so much faster. This pleco probably gained about 3 inches in the past few months. Obviously zucchini, the common pleco that is somewhere in here, and I do have a blue phantom in here. The common pleco I'm gonna put outside in that 200 gallon. That might help these guys breed, but I kind of wanted the kois to breed, but unfortunately I have no room for them now. So I'm not sure what's going to happen with this tank as far as the angels, but I'm enjoying it right now. It's kind of a mishmash of things. This tank, nothing's happening. I have the electric blue ram, but I don't know, he's on his way out, honestly. I tried treating these guys, but unfortunately there's always an issue. This is my grow out of my black and gold rams and my black Schultz kories in an L1813. This tank, I have to put all these rams into a bigger tank. They've been in here too long, and I'm gonna be building a 5-gallon breeder rack. So all these tanks, every 5 gallon is gonna go on that rack over there. I'm going to breed the black Schultz again. I have a lot of demand for them, so you know what? I'm a man of the people, and I'm gonna do it. These are the adults black Schultz breeding colony of the long fin plecos, the bristlenose. And I do have some, you can see, this is chaos, but I'm gonna show everything. We have the long fin plecos fry. They a little finicky. I don't know what's going on with them. I think there's just a lot going on in this tank and they need a lot of food. But you can see there's tons of breeding pairs in here. The black Schultz I'll eventually take out and I'll put them in another tank, breed them. Here is one of my favorite tanks. Thank God nothing's happened with them. This is the L181 peppermint plecos. These are my favorite plecos. I have the whole breeding colony. Giant female I recently got from one of my friends. He had a breeding pair, but he ended up selling me that, and then I gave him about 6 fry. But you can see this is what they look like. Let's get a zoom in action on them. I honestly probably wouldn't even sell any of these. I'll probably just keep them and have one giant tank. Maybe I'll eventually turn that tank into an L181 breeding tank, but I do have to separate some of these fry in the event this tank does crash, because that is something you don't want. I've always said, do not put all your eggs in one basket, because God forbid something happens with this tank, I overfeed, the pump stop, anything happens, you don't want to lose those fish. And they have the zucchini. All the plecos right now, like I said, have zucchini. This tank is the L519 plecos. I'm hoping the albino is still alive in here. These guys I got to put in a bigger tank, but you can see these are the L519s. The albino is probably in there somewhere looking around. Don't see them, but he's most likely alive. Let's go take a look over there. Over here, same thing. Tank of the Paraíba blue koi or the blue blushing. These guys have that kind of that pearl scale that's bluish, so these guys do need to have a bigger size before I could actually sell them. Here, this rice fish is going outside with the other ones that I took from the apartment. These are the black rams. When I build the breeding rack, I have to separate. This is the male I'm really excited to breed because he's really dark black. Same thing with this female. So that you can see is a big difference between something like this, which is a little bit lighter, because I want a pure black fish. Same thing with those guys. Those are kind of a mix between the blue rams. But that blue ram, I ended up getting 1 pair of them when I bred them, but I lost the parents. So currently I have 1 pair, so I have to breed them. What else is going on? So this tank is doing good. This tank, we have the green phantoms no, the green dragons, which you can see here. This tank is dirty, I gotta clean this. But we have the gold lasers in there and the green cories. I'll eventually sell all the green cories to get rid of them, and then I will breed the gold lasers and I'll put them in the other tank. So nothing really special in here. We have the Paraíba blue cory, and then we have the orange Venezuelan cories. I'm very surprised at these, honestly, because I feel like a lot of people don't like them anymore. They were popular for a little while, but they just kind of lost their oomph, I guess you can say. 2 tanks, 5 gallons, nothing's in here. We have 3 long fin red plecos. Hopefully they're still alive, because I don't see them anymore. Well, there's 1 and there's 2. So got them from a buddy. In this tank has to be broken down. This tank will be broken down. This breeding rack will be put there. So that way this whole setup will have a 5 gallon. Then I have the air system up there. But with this tank too, it's sand. There's 2 breeding pairs of plecos, and there's tons of guppies, a breeding colony of assassin snails. I mean, it's one of those tanks where you don't want to have to break down, but unfortunately I kind of have to, because I don't really have any use for this tank anymore. Over here, we have the original black rams. A lot of these are on their way out because they are one of those things that they're like 4 to 5 years old. So not breeding anymore. I tried treating them, but unfortunately, a lot of times with these rams, not much can be done in my experience. There is 1 pair. That is the male, and that is the female. I can't really see it there, but I might take them out and separate them. I don't know. This, I wanted to make a video on this eventually, but unfortunately it never came to fruition. This was a whole new breeding rack setup that I got these plexiglass container tanks. Nothing really happened with them. I do have to drill some holes up there, connect these tanks, and just put, I think I'll put the black Schultz eyes in here. They kind of just turn into like overflow tanks. Like these are just grow out tanks for these Paraíba blue koi, but you can see I have 4 tanks filled with these fish. I don't think I'm going to breed these angelfish anymore because you just have so many and it's going to take so long to get rid of. So I kind of just constant water changes, because what's going to happen is, you can see there, that one back there, the fins start to get fried or frayed. I don't know how to pronounce it, but that is always an issue because you need constant water changes and you want more tank space for these guys. Down here too, we have the breeding colony of the, are these the L5? Oh, these are the L5192. These are the adults. So I got more of them. I think there's 6 or 7 adults now. I do have to put more breeding caves, but you can see we have fry. These guys I have to feed constantly. They keep dying. Not enough food in there, so that's something that I have to do. These are the breeding pair of the no, these are the long fin lemon blue eye plecos. I'm not sure if there's any fry in there right now, or babies. I don't see any, it's hard to see, but hopefully they'll breed. I put a wave maker in there, a power head. I'm sure they'll end up breeding. Here, this is kind of a tank that I just threw a bunch of stuff in, and they're doing good. I threw some assassin snails in there to clean up with the old food and the snail problem, but we have long fins, we have snow whites, we have reds, calicos, browns, so shrimp. I kind of just took this tank and I just threw everything in it. Because originally in a previous video, or if you guys follow me on Instagram, the snow whites were kicked out, and so were the long fins, the eggs. So I took the eggs and I ended up hatching them artificially in the egg tumbler, and then I threw all the fry in here. So right now they're doing good. A lot of water changes with these guys and a lot of feeding, because you know they're small and you do want to feed them. The assassin snails are doing well. Other than that, that's pretty much it. I'll eventually, like I said, I have to redo this rack because this right now is way too low. I want to have enough space to get that specimen container in there to take the fish out. But nothing, I'm not going to do anything with these tanks on the bottom, because right now I just don't have the time for that many tanks. So I have tons of tanks. I even have one up there with all the parts. This will all be automatic water change eventually, but that is going to be for a different video. Like I said, too many fish tanks right now. I'm going to take you guys outside with the, hold on, let me shut the light off. I'm going to take you outside now and put those guys in the 200. then I'll take that guy and put him out there as well. And then we're going to wrap up the video, but this is the fish room. Pure chaos. I love it. Not really. But other than that, I got to put the betas in there. The rams have to go outside. I'll do that later. Now I'm just jibber-jabbing. So let's connect the air pump so I don't forget that, because you want to make sure that they're all taken care of. Put the dehumidifier on, because I just bought this new one because the old one was having an issue. It's connected to a Bluetooth app. So the bucket, I'll just show you real quick if you're interested. I got this at BJ's for like, I don't know, 200 bucks. So it does 4,500 square feet or 3,500. And I have the line going straight into the sink. And then this is the container that holds the water, but there's a pump inside of there that takes the water and puts it out. So it's on constant pump mode. I'll just go in the app and connect it because I don't have time to fiddle with this stuff. Let's see. Don't know. I'll go in the app and do that. Am I forgetting anything? I don't know. I got a bunch of breeding shit there that I gotta do. Let's take the fish outside. Show you guys the top view of the ponds. What we'll do, since it's a very sunny day, we have the net with the koi guppies. Let's see, everyone seems to be doing good. No dead ones. I got the air on. I finally fixed that. So let's... All right, we got some platinum rice fish. That's the daisy blue. I put them all together, honestly. I'll leave that for now. In here we have the celestial prildanios, the red root floaters. Everything seems to be doing good. I put the artificial egg thing, so if they do lay eggs, maybe they'll hatch on their own. I put a bunch of leaves in there. The pygmy sunfish are in there. You won't be able to see them. I did fix this because that was an issue, but that runs all the pumps right now. No fry yet with the, let's see. Yeah, no fry yet. That's the salvinia with the netting on top, because we don't want issues with any dragonflies or anything. And honestly, it looks like the guppies ate all the daphnia, which is very surprising because there was a lot of daphnia in there. So follow me as we put these fish away. So we have the 200-gallon tote, and then if we see, that's them. There's no bother even acclimating them. So what we'll do, let's see. And there they go. Take this stuff out. I don't want any of this frog bit in there. Let's see. Yeah, I don't want that. That's them. So this is connected to the rain gutter. So this is going to get constant water changes. Got the snail on there. But hopefully the fry don't leak out of this hole. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any comments, please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Peace. And happy 4th of July.